Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and happy Friday afternoon to you guys. Guys, I wanted to make this recording again, hoping to inspire someone. It never fails. My email always goes off literally before the first minute. But I wanted to inspire someone, and it's something that I recently went through myself. So I stand strong in knowing that it literally is so true. And yeah, hopefully I can inspire someone. Listen, there is something in this season that belongs to you. It can be a person, it can be a job, a business, it can be anything. Only you know what that thing is, right? God has shown it to you so clear in your spirit. It's been confirmed. Here's the issue. That thing seems to be so big, unattainable, because it's something that's going to really require you to grow, to stretch and expand. And sometimes as individuals, we got to be pushed. We got to be pushed into purpose or pushed into something. And because everything that's going on right now with this coronavirus, again, I truly believe that this time is going to be used spiritually to push people into purpose or push people into that thing that God said is yours. And you know what? Sadly, that thing is something that we should have had a long time ago. Blessings that should have been released. But again, the fear held us back. It could be a position on your job. You could have been on your job for X amount of years, and you know you've been doing more than the boss. But yet you didn't have the strength, or you were very fearful because you feel like you just didn't have what it takes, meaning it would require you to go back to school. It will require you to spend more time on the job and not at home. Or your own self-esteem will have you questioning if you can even really do it. Can you even achieve it? If it's given to you, can you maintain it after attaining it? And I truly believe that that is truly in our own minds, in our own flesh. There are so many things that God wants to give us. And I'm telling you guys, if there is something that has been confirmed for you and God tell you that it's yours and you are fearful of going to do what it takes to achieve it, you're going to miss out on major blessings. Major blessings. You got to move now, because this is a season right now where it's in a certain spiritual realm. This is not going to last forever. These opportunities are not going to last forever. So you got to move. You really have to move right now in this season. Now here's the trick. Not even trick, but I wish I knew it. I wish I knew it in advance, because it wouldn't take me so long to be able to achieve certain blessings. But the blessings in this season cannot be fought in flesh. It has to be fought in the spiritual realm. Because the blessings are so major, and because they're spiritually connected and spiritually ordained, you have to fight it in spirit. There's no way your flesh is going to be able to conquer this particular battle. Now, again, I wish I had knew that, because I was fighting in the flesh, honey, for a very long time. But it's okay. I now know. So if you find yourself fighting in the flesh with something and you're not getting any type of progress, it's because you got to step back. And when I say fight in the spirit, to those of you who don't know what that means, because honestly, I didn't, years ago, I would hear people tell me, well, you got to fight in the flesh. You got to fight in the flesh. You can't fight the spirit. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Fight in the spirit? What do I do? But for me, fighting in the spirit means that I cannot make it happen on my own. Now, that does not mean that there's nothing I have to do, because you still have to do your part. The problem for me was I was doing too much. So yes, faith without works is dead. but you can't be overworking either. And that's what I've been doing. And overworking just means that you're in your own flesh and you're the control freak. Yes, I raised my hand. You're the control freak. So you're still trying to make it happen on your own. Here's the thing about fighting in the spirit. God has told you it's yours. Trust me, it's yours. Now, Satan will start to put doubt in your head at times when you're not seeing things moving fast enough or quick enough. He will start to mess with your confidence. But whatever you do, please, please, please don't give up. Don't give up, because if you're in the middle of achieving that blessing, it's going to be it's going to be hard. You're literally in a spiritual battle. So you got to literally fight, you like a street fight, but you got to fight in your mental, in your mind, and in your spirit. And that means you're going to conquer this thing. You're going to beat this thing by all means necessary. You feel me? But in a spiritual battle, spiritual fight for me, again, as I always say, it always took for me to get aligned. Because in order for me to hear, your mind have to be at peace and you have to be aligned. So while you are aligned, when you're waiting to hear from the Spirit, and again, the only way you're going to hear from the Spirit is if your mind and your soul is at peace. That's why you must get aligned first. Then that's when you will hear God tell you, move now. When he says move now, you literally have to move now. Like, you can't say I'm going to do it tomorrow. Like, to you procrastinators, that was me a long time ago. I won't even lie. I was the world's #1 most procrastinator, honey. I'm no longer that person. But you literally have to shut everything down. He may say, okay, reach out to this person or log on to social media right quick. When he tells you to move to something, it's going to be some kind of confirmation, something that you need to do. It's a door that he has already connected that's going to open for you. So that's why you can't miss it. You got to move when he says move. Then when he says stop, you got to stop, because there might be something that you're doing or you thought that he tell you to do and you're doing it. So when you hear him say, nope, stop. Now, I'm laughing because that has happened to me so many times. But see, God knows his children, meaning I can hear him say stop, right? And I'll stop. And then my mind will start playing tricks on me like, was that really him telling me to stop, or was that Satan telling me to stop? So I'll start doing that thing again. But this is how good God is. If you're doing that thing that he wanted you to stop, or if you're going in the wrong direction, he will literally shut that thing down. He won't even let it, whatever you're trying to do, he won't even let it manifest. Like, it will be shut down. And you can't get so mad like, oh my God, why this didn't happen? It's him shutting it down because you're on the wrong path. But so his whole thing is to get you back aligned and back on the path. He will never let you stray off too far unless you keep being disobedient. So don't worry about making a mistake, because even if you do, if you think you heard him and if you didn't, because sometimes distinguishing the voices can be difficult. That's why you have to be aligned. That's why you have to be at peace. That's why you can't have 1,000 things pulling at you, because sometimes those voices can be tricky. Listen, I know I heard some wrong voices at certain times, but it's all right, because again, he didn't let me stray off too far. Get back aligned. And he's going to tell you, okay, now you've done what I told you to do. You've done everything I told you to do. So now just stand. Jesus, Lord. That is the most difficult thing for me, or for any one of you who struggle with patience. It's like he's literally telling you, okay, job well done. You did everything I told you to do. You removed this person. You started this. You wrote the book. You did this. You did that. Now just stand. Like, really, God? And guess what? That stand can be for an extended period of time. And it's like, okay, so what now? And guess what? Your job is just to stand. Because during this time, what he's doing is he's now working in the spiritual realm. So we can't see anything physically or fleshly. So that's why we get impatient and we start to get worried and fearful, because it's like, okay, I guess nothing is happening. So I did all this stuff and I guess it was the devil. No, he's working in the spiritual realm. All he needs you to do is stay put, stay silent. So when he comes back to you, like when he gets finished doing what he do, when he come back to you, he's going to say, all right, I've done what I needed to do. Now I need you to go this place. Call this number. And when you are obedient to do that last thing he tells you to do, boom, that's when the door opens. That's when that thing or that person is given to you, whatever it may be. That's when it's given to you. Because for one, you got aligned. 2, you did the work that he asked and required you to do. 3, you stayed still when he told you to stay still in that patient period. And 4, you stayed quiet and you stayed aligned. You allow him to work in the spiritual realm, and he came back to you. You were still aligned, still peaceful while waiting. And then finally, he said, I can trust you because you did everything I told you to do. I can trust you. So here's your reward. Go here, answer this particular phone call, whatever. Here's your reward. Listen, if I can just give you guys an example of something that happened to me this week, the last couple of weeks, it will blow your mind. And it's something, well, it is something exactly how I described to you. But if I had missed any step, I would have never been able to attain this thing. It is mind blowing. It is mind blowing. Like I'm still like in this euphoria. I can't even celebrate in the flesh because I'm still high in the spirit of what he did. And I was like, I gotta make a recording because there's somebody right now that's about to miss their blessing because they're being too impatient. And I'm not judging you, honey, because trust me, that is your girl. But there is somebody right now who's going to miss their blessing because they're not staying aligned. They haven't removed that person yet that God told them to remove. So their mind is still being pulled and entangled in unnecessary things. They're going to miss it because this season you got to do it in this season. It's something about this season right here. You're going to miss it and you're going to miss it forever. So I'm telling you guys, if there is something that God has promised you, let it be a raise, let it be advancement in your job, on your job, starting that business, writing that book, a certain spouse, whatever it is that you know he has promised you is going to be, and this is how you know he promised it to you. It's going to be over your head. That's how big that thing is. You're going to really believe that you don't have what it takes to achieve it. You're really going to believe that, and it's really going to feel like that. So it's going to be a mind battle. You got to be fighting in your mind like, listen, it's mine. Say what you want to say, Satan. It's mine. You gotta literally fight in your mind. That's how big that thing is going to be. But you got to do it afraid. This is literally what it means to walk by faith and not by sight. It's going to be a step by step because it's in the spirit. Move, go, call, stop, stand right here. Wait for me to come back. It's a spiritual battle. It's in the spiritual realm. Your money can't make this happen. Your power can't make this happen. Well, your spiritual power can make it happen. But nothing in this physical realm of this world can make it happen. It's all spiritual. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I gotta go because my spirit is leaping right now, honey. Oh, Lord Jesus. I hope this can really help somebody. Truly, 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 truly. Don't miss that blessing. Don't miss that promise. Don't give up on that vision. It's yours. It's your girl.